Honorable Thring.
Thank you, Honorable House Chair. Minister, there is sufficient empirical evidence to show that there's a causal relationship between alcohol and substance abuse and gender-based violence. Substance abuse, which in our opinion includes the abuse of marijuana, which impairs the reasoning abilities of its users, where many then proceed to perpetrate harm and violence against women and the vulnerable of our society. The question is, what measures then are in place to improve and increase the number of safe houses for our women and children who have been harmed or abused? And what measures are also in place to address some of the root causes, which includes the expansion of the number of drug rehabilitation centers in our communities? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Chair. In the earlier debate, we have been receiving offers from different stakeholders on, starting with the Minister Honorable Minister Lamula, that by end of this year, he would have extended the number of Tutuzela centers. To Honorable Minister of Public Works also said that they will help by donating underutilized buildings to make them safe houses, so that we try by all means to mitigate on the challenges that we have. But like I said earlier on, to deal with the scourge of gender-based violence, we need to start by socializing our people in the communities correctly, and then deal with this as these other additional measures as mitigating factors. I just want to say once again, women have said enough, it's enough. But government, particularly the justice, criminal justice system, should continue to lead to find alternative measures that could take us somewhere. Secondly, the other members of parliament have been saying here that we should also use a review of our legislation.
You can wrap up. We now go to the next question, question 143, asked by Honorable Thring to the Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs. The Honorable Deputy Minister will respond to the question. Honorable Deputy Minister.
Thank you very much, Honorable House Chair. The Department, in collaboration with National Treasury and our provincial counterparts, support municipalities to strengthen and enhance internal controls on procurement processes. Unauthorized, irregular, fruitless, and wasteful expenditure, which amongst others include the issuing of guidelines to assist municipalities to address gaps in financial management and related aspects of MFMA compliance. Now, MFMA Circular 68 provides guidance on the procedures to be followed when dealing with unauthorized, irregular, fruitless, and wasteful expenditure. A further circular has been issued, Circular 62, related to supply chain management, enhancing compliance and accountability, and a further Circular 96 relates to procurement of goods and services under contracts secured by other organs of states. These circulars intend to guide municipalities to submit documents to their internal audit units to provide assurance on compliance prior to awarding of contracts. The department, in partnership with the National Treasury and SALGA, have also developed an impact guide and toolkit to assist our MPACs to perform their oversight and other related responsibilities, which include reviewing and recommending to council actions relating to the expenditure and conclusion of unauthorized, irregular, fruitless, and wasteful expenditure. Moreover, measures to address the root causes are contained in municipal audit action plans, and the department and our provincial counterparts regularly reviews these action plans for adequacy. The department has support packages to ensure that municipalities perform their basic responsibilities and functions, and in this regard have established back to basics units to support municipalities in the execution of their executive responsibilities. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Thring.
Thank you, House Chair. I think, Deputy Minister, very clearly you've correctly indicated that there's sufficient laws and systems in place to prevent municipalities from wasteless, fruitless, irregular expenditure. Sadly, the systems and the structures that we have in place, including MFMA, Supply Chain Management Acts, are not sufficient to prevent our municipalities from continuing to incur huge irregular expenditure. Honorable Minister, the Deputy Minister, our municipalities are at the coalface of service delivery. And as initiators and implementers of local government, local economic development, their role in growing employment, reducing poverty and inequality in our communities is fundamentally important. Sadly, the role has been undermined by political infighting and essentially poor governance, as indicated by the Auditor General's report 2017-18. Only 18 municipalities managed to receive a clean audit. The Auditor General lamented that the quality of the financial statements provided to us for auditing was even worse than the previous year. Irregular expenditure remains high at 25.2 billion rand. Road, sanitation, and water infrastructure within our municipalities are in a state of crisis. How many municipalities are under administration, on the verge of being placed under administration, under investigation? And how many officials and councillors have been investigated and arrested for corrupt behavior as required by our consequence management policies? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable House Chair. I can confirm that currently 40 municipalities are under Section 139B in terms of intervening to ensure that municipalities undertake their executive obligations. I can also confirm that working with the Hawks, the South African Police Services, and the NPA, a number of initiatives have been undertaken to investigate and prosecute offenders, both political and administrative, and would be able to provide the honorable member with the numbers if so required. Thank you very much.
Thank you.